guys, welcome to
Bremerton.
Let Me the Journey.
Oh, sorry.
Let Me the Journey. Hidden Gems episode.
In Bremerton. Bremerton, Washington.
Can you tell we don't rehearse these things?
Oh, no rehearsal.
So our Hidden Gems, this is quick. So our Hidden Gems, we're out in front of a sub thing. We're showing you 5 hidden gems in
Bremerton.
We did not rehearse this.
Got my line.
Got your line. So tell them what they're in store for.
So we're gonna go check out a historic theater. We're gonna go check out a cool museum. We're gonna go grab something really yummy to eat. We're gonna go for a really long hike, and who knows what else we might see along the way.
But you're invited.
Yes.
So get in, grab your snacks, put on your seatbelt, and let's go.
See Bremerton.
Hi, April.
Hi.
So we're in front of a ferry. What are we doing?
We're actually in front of the Carlisle too, but that's not the ferry that we're taking.
No.
Because we're actually going on a little trip.
A little trip?
The water. 12-minute ride from Port Orchard to Bremerton.
For our spotlight to Bremerton too.
Yeah.
We're headed somewhere to see. Should we tell them?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay. Well,
Something kind of unusual. I don't think we've ever actually been to a place like this.
It's always creepy.
It's a puppet museum.
Not creepy. We're going to find out why it's not creepy.
Yes.
We're going to puppet museum.
Yes, and I have to keep practicing the name. It's Valentinetti.
She's Italian, y'all. Okay,
so
we're going to get on a ferry. We're going to take some pictures of the ferry. And then we're going to walk over to it. We're going to walk over to the little place and see what it's about as our spotlight for Bremerton. One of our spotlights for Bremerton. Told people we were coming, so
yes.
Talk about this place. Why are we here?
Okay, so we're actually in the back portion of the Valentinetti Puppet Museum, which is actually one part of a theater, believe it or not, the Evergreen Children's Theater, which was started by Marshall Campbell, and his teacher. He encouraged his teacher, who actually. The museum now bears her name, Aurora Valentinetti. Gotta get her name right. You couldn't see her head, April. Yeah, let's see if we can help you out here. Let me zoom in on Miss Valentinetti. So this was Campbell's teacher and mentor, and when he had the idea to start the Evergreen Children's Theater, he wanted one portion of the theater to actually be a puppet museum. And because his mentor, who he was so impressed with and affected by, he asked for her support, and she donated a core of the puppets that we have in the museum here. And there's that was back in 1993 that he actually had the idea, but by 2008 their records show that they have over 2,000 puppets and props and set design and materials that go along with putting on shows. So this isn't just for display too. Many of these have been in productions all over the world.
Oh, absolutely.
There's actually an exhibit here that they said that's on loan right now from Japan.
Yeah, it was when we looked it up. When we looked this up, we were like, what a unique thing here in Bremerton. I've been downtown Bremerton hundreds of times since I moved back here, since I moved back to Washington. You've been downtown Bremerton tons of times. Did you know this place existed?
No, I actually knew that the Kitsap History Museum, which is the housing, the house for this museum, I knew that existed, but I had no idea that this was upstairs of the Kitsap History Museum.
So we really found a hidden gem.
Yeah, we sure did. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And what's kind of neat is when you think of puppets, you think of kids. That this might be a place for kids, and it most certainly is a place for kids. But some of these, the cultural history that's represented in this.
So much write-ups.
This is great for adults. You don't have to have kids to bring them to come to the Valentinetti Puppet Museum.
Yeah, there's so many things. There's so many different variations. You know, puppetry is just it's a kind of a lost art to most of us. You know, we don't see it now as much, but it's an amazing thing when you see the creation and the artistry of it, and then knowing that someone can bring it to life, and you can see a show, and you can see, and there's like that's why we wanted to show this. Is like people are thinking about coming, and it didn't cost. You can donate.
No, it's free.
It's free.
Actually free admission to this museum. To both museums. The Kitsap Historical Museum, that is the main museum, and then the Valentinetti Puppet Museum is free admission, which is fantastic. Of course, they are always looking for support, volunteers, and donations.
Yeah.
But absolutely, I mean, who can beat it?
Oh.
Free admission. Take your kiddos here while you're downtown, Bremerton.
So that's a quick one. I mean, we're gonna take some pictures.
Adults.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really cool. And we took the ferry over, and it took us, 15 minutes and, 5-minute walk, and we're here. But this is something that you should see inside your, your community.
Yeah.
But if you come to Bremerton,
yeah,
check this out.
Yeah, we actually, our first stop along the way in this museum was a gift shop. So if you're ever looking for something like a very unique gift, who would have thought, give somebody a puppet? But man, some of these things
April
are
says
just
not
like
a clown
works
puppet.
of art. Yeah.
She doesn't like clown puppets. All right, I think that's enough.
I think that's enough too.
All right.
All right, let's go explore some more.
Peace. Let's see what happens.
Funny how so many moments slip away. The things I meant to say.
So April, we're back in Bremerton, and we just left.
Bremerton. I didn't know I had a line. Bremerton. There.
Where specifically did we leave, April?
Oh, we actually just left the Valentinetti Puppet Museum and by happenstance, the Kitsap Historical Museum, which is where the Puppet Museum is located.
Yes. So we're closing this out because we're coming back, and it's supposed to be quick. And so what happened?
I don't know. There's seagulls and cranes having a conversation behind us.
That's Bremerton. All right. So anyway, we went over. We caught the ferry, which is cool.
Yeah,
it's
that
like
was
$2 to catch the ferry.
Yes. Oh, by the way, the gift shop volunteer wanted us to remind you that when you take the foot ferry from Port Orchard to Bremerton and Bremerton to Port Orchard, that if you want to bring your pets,
Dog.
She only addressed dogs because dogs. You want to bring your dog has to be in a carrier or they're not going to let you on the foot ferry.
No, her sister did not get on the foot ferry.
Yes, because of that. They had to turn around and go back.
They did.
Yes.
So that was what we
I know.
derailed. This is derailed.
That's an important PSA right there.
She really mentioned it. She literally said we had to.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a picture of her though. So
Yeah.
we were not. So she was a lady.
And she was very informative.
It was.
Former
So,
teacher.
but why? We got out of there. I mean, this is our spotlight of Bremerton, one of them. And so we chose that museum because it's off the beaten path.
Right.
And it's not. I mean, it really was a hidden gem. I mean, we saw some really cool puppets.
Yeah, from all over the world.
Yeah, I mean,
in a museum in Bremerton, Washington.
yes. And there's really small space.
Oh, by the way, I want to mention this, and maybe depending on when you see this video, it may have already happened, but they're actually taking that portion of Bremerton and updating it. They're actually going to close that section off to traffic and make what they call Q2, which is inspired by Quincy Jones, and it's going to be like an outside block plaza,
Artsy thing.
arts and culture and art center that pedestrians can come in and out and check out the museums and the shops and the lounges and restaurants, stuff like that, music, art, the whole shebang.
Whole shebang. And I think we'll end this on this because you just reminded me of something, and we got this when we did Spotlight Port Orchard, right? When you go to these small places, or these beaten path places, you learn stuff. You learn a lot, and we learned about that. You know, we saw this Q2 thing a couple of times, and we finally got to, because people always want to share.
Right.
You know, they want to share, and if you go to these off-beaten places, there's somebody who's been there a while, typically, and they're like, oh, this is what, go here. And she's like telling them, oh, go here and try this.
Right.
And you get that quite a bit.
Yep.
I think the seagulls are telling us to shut up.
Yeah. It'd be kind of fun to just follow where the person tells you to go next, because she even told us about a planetarium in Bremerton. So we're going to have to, yes, because I did that because you get to lay down and watch the constellation. So stuff like that, just letting, just living every tiny moment exceptionally.
All right. So that is it for this hidden gem. For now, we will see you next time. Hey, April.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
This is, what are we doing?
It's a night on the town.
Night on the town. Ooh.
In Bremerton.
Bremerton. So this is part of our
LETME the Journey
Spotlight on
Bremerton.
Oh, well, look at us. We rehearsed this. Is it good?
Yeah, we're standing outside the historic Roxy Theater on 4th Avenue in Bremerton, downtown Bremerton, actually.
Never been?
No,
So
I
what
have.
is this? You have?
It's actually a historic theater, and it was claimed by a foundation and helped to restore it back to its glory. It's been here actually since 1941. It's
Wow, it's been a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. We found a show, so this is gonna be quick. But we looked at it. We're like, hey, what do we want to do? I didn't know this place was here. You did. Like I said, you've been here before. So we looked up and found a show and said, let's go see that. The marquee says The Batman, but we're not going to see The Batman.
Yeah.
We're going to see a comedian.
Yeah, we are.
A local comedian, or
from
Northwest.
Right. She's actually from Portland, and she's performing here at the Roxy, and so we're going to go check it out.
So this is our spotlight. This is our spotlight for Bremerton, one of the stops, and it is the Roxy.
Yeah.
So you'll see some pictures, I think.
Yes.
No video.
No. You can't do video in here. No pictures in here either.
So we'll see what we can get, and we'll talk about our experience and how it was.
Yeah, but first we're gonna grab a bite to eat.
We need to go eat. Noodle place. Peace. We didn't say bye.
Bye.
Start again. You didn't count it off.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What?
Hi, April.
Hi, Sean.
What's wrong with you?
The Swedish fish that I have here at the Roxy Theater got me a little excited because they're prepping the stage for our show.
We're gonna see comedians.
We are.
With all those people behind us.
With all the people behind us. But we got in early, so he called us early birds, so I guess we're special.
Yes, and COVID, the mask restrictions just went off yesterday.
Yeah.
So like this is the first full day that we get no mask, so
yeah.
It shows.
It's pretty cool in here though.
Oh, yeah. We got pictures. Really, you should have saw them.
Yep, you'll probably see them.
I'm sure the editor put them in.
But either way, you can make your way down to the Roxy Theater in Bremerton.
I'm down. It's cute right here.
It is really cool. They have movies here, they have private events here, they have public events here.
They have a drag show coming up.
They have a drag show coming up.
I'm gonna go to that.
Yep. We're gonna go to the drag show. Drag show. I can't say that word. All right. I think this video's over. What do you think?
Hey, there's a microphone.
Yes, there's a microphone.
So what do we do?
What? First of all, I can't stop. My cheeks hurt. We're at the Roxy Theater in Bremerton, and we just finished up our comedy show. It was hilarious.
It was not a Chippendale show that you saw the sexy beast walk by.
Yeah,
that was one of the comics.
No, we heard there might be twerking. We're still
twerking.
waiting on that.
Yeah,
see?
yeah.
Oh,
see? Yeah. So we finally got that twerk, and then he got our $20. So what? So why are we here? So we're closing this out. What's up?
Well, I just say, look, you know what? You got to come check out Roxy Theater. They've got movies, they've got live events. This comedy show was so much fun. Now we just found out they have open mic. They're going to have musical events. I mean, who knows what's going on in Roxy? So check out their events on Facebook and Comedy in Kitsap and
and they're promoting, especially sound. Everything's changed.
Yeah.
So this is a hidden gem in Bremerton.
Yep.
The Roxy Theater. They're doing a lot of comedy here and around.
Yep.
We were happy we showed up, and we'll see what happens next.
Yeah, we'll see what else is in Bremerton.
What else is in Bremerton?
Good morning.
Good morning. We are out.
We are. We're actually already started our morning.
Where are we at?
We're headed towards Zach's Lookout at, forgive me for the pronunciation, but E013 Farm in Dickerson Falls hike.
And it's what about this is our part of our Bremerton
Spotlight.
Bremerton Spotlight. This is the hike portion of that. We're gonna go about 10 miles in total this morning. The waterfall really peaks, but we're standing in front of one of the streams to do our intro. Not a bad place to stop.
Right. Hopefully you can hear that sound behind us because it's gorgeous. And I'm glad you don't have to feel the mosquitoes.
they're eating us. But we just wanted to introduce that we're coming out here. You got anything about this place?
No, I know that there are over 18 miles of trails in here, and it goes anywhere from easy to moderate. Sean and I were just talking about what does that actually mean, so we'll fill you in a little bit later about what our experience is and whether we think it's easy to moderate.
yeah, on the closing, which might be quick if we're tired.
Yeah, or if it's pouring.
If it's pouring, it's supposed to rain on us. Yes, so I think we should probably get going.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the images and the pictures and the beautiful moments of Dickerson Falls.
Yeah.
Or what's the other name?
E013 Farm.
E013 Farm. And so that's all we got.
Yeah. Don't let the rain stop you.
No. So see you in a minute.
Bye. So this is the first stop on this trail. It is Dickerson Falls. It's the one that you'll actually, if you search this trail, you're more likely to see this on all trails as the labeling for this particular hike in Bremerton.
Yeah, and it's about what a mile in, a mile up, and so it's about a 2 mile round trip for this. Not very hard to get to.
No, there's actually a couple of options. You can take the access trail, which is a formally paved trail, so it's fairly flat and smooth. It is more uphill, but at least you're not doing these rolling hills that could be difficult for some people.
Yeah.
If you want to look something a little more rolling, you can actually take the access from the parking lot that says Zach's Lookout, and it will take you in a more wilderness style surrounding, and hopefully you'll see some of that or hear some of that in the video about this particular hike.
Yeah.
Because it's not only the sights like this one that are impressive.
And that's not the fall.
Yeah.
The fall's behind me.
Yeah, exactly. It's the sounds around here that are equally as beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we still got a long way to go.
Yep, so let's get moving.
Let's get moving. We just made it to, where are we?
Zach's Lookout.
Zach's Lookout. Now, I have been up here once. this is your first time up here. It's a slightly gray day. I'm gonna see you have a beautiful raindrop hair going on there. It's very misty. We'll take a picture. I'll take a picture of April's hair for the episode. So what is it? You know, what did you get out of it? What did you get out of coming up here? I mean, we're at 3-point-something miles. I think we're at three and some
Tell you in a
change.
second. We're at 3.55 miles.
3.55 miles, and what was it like?
There were some times when the hill was a little close to like 35, 40 degree angle. So that takes a little bit of a burn on your legs, but it was not so long and sustained that it was like incredibly impossible. Like it was good. And the trail is very improved. And so it's nice and flat. You don't have a lot of divots and you don't have a lot of stumps and stuff that you're climbing over. And the tree line around it is clear. So you're not fighting with, you know, bugs or blackberry bushes that actually, that's how clear the trail is. So it's actually really easy. And those of you who are bikers, this would be a great trail to mountain bike. And mountain bikes are allowed in here. I don't believe motorized bikes are allowed.
No motorized, but
yeah. And that would actually ruin one of the things that, again, makes this so beautiful is the
sounds. The sounds of birds. We're just talking about that. We don't see a lot of birds. We just saw 2 doves. But like we came out early. We've had 6 people come down past us. We just saw a lady with her dog. April took a picture of. I should take a picture of April taking a picture of her, but not the lady because she didn't give us consent to do that.
True.
But we're up here and obviously on a foggy day, on a smoggy day or misty day or rainy day, I don't know.
Not a lot of smog here.
A Californian, so LA, smog. It's hard to see the lookout. I mean, the view, but it's still just impressive up here.
Yeah, because you can actually see it in the distance. It's just not clear, but you can see, you know, the Olympic Mountains, which are west of us in Port Orchard. So when we look out there, that's what we see. So west of Bremerton. And you can actually see Green Mountain, which Sean and I have done Gold Creek to Green Mountain. And that's an impressive hike. Maybe that'll end up somewhere.
No, to her. She's always trying to make us walk somewhere.
I know. It's just like up.
So, but you know, we're gonna get the loop and head back down, and we got to do another part of the loop. We actually have a whole nother section of this trail to do. What does it feel like? I mean, I always like for me, when I first did this, I was actually talking to you, and we were sharing with you what I was going. So I'm going to ask you, and this is one of the things I wanted to know, because people don't always talk about this, and we were just talking about this earlier. What does it feel like to get up here, to make it to it, and then just the general sense?
Well, as you asked that question, the words that come to mind are like refreshing and invigorating, calming, and it really is pretty amazing that you like. I don't sense, like Sean said, we noticed some people, but even that you don't really like sense the world, the busyness of the world around you. And that's always been the appeal of hikes for me, is to get away, and whether it's by myself or with somebody else, you know, just to feel that, you know, that you're here in nature and just kind of chilling out. It is, but in its own way, it's very invigorating and clearing. Yeah.
We'll go with that. Okay, y'all, this is a quick one. We just had a lesson learned, and we're in front of that sign. Why are we in front of that sign? That sign says Dickerson Trail.
Okay, so we came up the trail that you guys can't see in front of us. That one. With the intention of finding Zach's Lookout, right? So
all the signs said Zach Lookout.
Right, and then all of a sudden the sign started to say Dickerson Trails.
That one.
So trail. And so we thought, okay, we know we're going in the right direction.
Go that way.
Zach Lookout. And so we ended up, finding Zach's Lookout. And we actually met a lady up there. We mentioned her, the woman with the dog, and she said, by the way, this is a loop. And now this sign, which didn't make sense before, makes total sense, because if somebody's coming up here, you're actually headed toward Zach's Lookout, but you could follow this all the way down and get back to Dickerson Trail. That's what I think it might mean. I'm not entirely sure. What it doesn't say is Zach's Lookout. So, lesson learned, print your map.
Yes, have the map because we almost went that way again. And we remember the ladies like, I realized I walked in a circle because you come out of here, there's no sign saying back to the trail. So as beautiful as these things are maintained, as great as they are identified, sometimes the labeling is not adequate.
Right. It's
And
not
this
accurate.
particular one is super confusing, and we would have wound up doing another circle had April not go, no, we need to go down, I think.
Yes.
And again, the word I think is huge.
Right.
Right? Because we
And
weren't sure.
And without cell service, how would we know? So
Yeah.
sometimes you got to rely on the old-fashioned way, and that's print the map, or of course, go with somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yeah. And we figured it out, but that's what we thought we'd do. A quick fit here.
Yep.
Right? Now, back down. We're going that way.
Back down. See you at
Peace.
the bottom. How you feeling?
I am, my feet and my knee is talking to me.
How are they?
A little bit. Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good after 10 miles.
10 miles. It was fun, no?
Yeah, actually, it was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, you taught me something, and I know we're exit, but it just made me think about something you taught me a long ago. I'm a hot person. I like heat. I love the sun. I can hike in hot all the time. But you and I did our big hike years ago now, and you were like, let's go on a cooler day because it's much better. And this was a really kind of cool, kind of misty, not rainy day, and it's so much better
Oh, yeah.
on a body overall.
Yeah, the temperature and the mist just made this such an enjoyable hike. And some people wouldn't go out because of that, but
Yes.
actually it's the reason it made this a good adventure.
Absolutely. I mean, we had the water in our hair and stuff like that when we got up to Zach's Lookout. And the one time I did it before, it was the same type of temperature. And it was a lot of people want to go out during that hot time. And they go, oh, it's a beautiful day, let's go hike. And then I realized, well, they're dehydrated, why they're so tired and exhausted. It's too hot.
Yeah,
for
and
most
there's no
people.
reason not to go out during the hot day, but keep those things that you just mentioned in mind.
Yeah, and that's
Is
kind of
you
what I thought
are
about
likely
it.
to be more hydrated. Your muscles are going to be sorer, actually, if you're not hydrated. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, so definitely.
So that was my segue. We weren't planning that. I just thought about it as we were sitting here.
That's okay. I'm glad you mentioned it.
So now, back to, we're saying goodbye to the tree farm.
Yep. The Ulen Tree Farm,
Ulen Tree-
Dickerson Falls, Zach Lookout, all that good stuff.
All that good stuff. So let's make this quick. This is part of our Bremerton Hidden Gem series. You finally did the 10 miles. What do you got? Give it. I'm gonna let you go out.
10 miles on paper may sound like a lot. It actually, if you're sitting there and you're just kind of enjoying the view and enjoying the conversation, it actually is, it's totally doable. Yeah. We were actually talking about this during the hike, is so much of why we don't do things is because of things that we say up here, not
absolutely.
things that our body is actually capable of. So
Absolutely.
I would just keep that in mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Don't let this stand in your way. Because, man, it's pretty powerful.
It is. And you don't have to do all that. Just going out and giving yourself a time frame. There are times where we go for hikes and we're like, we have an hour. So we'll walk 30 minutes and walk 30 minutes back.
Go back.
Right? Do that. But this is amazing. If you're here, this is an amazing hidden gem for Bremerton. It's a gorgeous place. You hear the birds. You can bring your dogs. You can bring your bike. You can, bring your kids. It was taxing. It had a little work to it. We did some work. I'm sweating.
Yeah, I do actually want to give a shout out to All Trails. We actually use that app to determine how difficult a hike would be, and we were actually talking about the difficulty of this hike. And it really does depend on the person.
Yes.
Depends on the terrain, depends on the elevation.
Yep.
So just a shout out for them to at least give you the base information, and then you.
Yeah.
So, and if you get out here and you're like, this is a little too challenging for me, go out 30 minutes, turn around, go home.
Yeah.
And you succeeded.
You succeeded. All right. I think that's good enough.
All right.
It's time to eat.
I know, I'm hungry.
You're hungry. All right.
I'm having crab, golden crab.
I don't think you're talking loud enough for the people.
I said, I'm having crab, golden crab.
I don't think that's crab. I think that's just a shell.
It is just a shell.
Hey, where are we at?
We are at Tiny's House of Crab in Bremerton.
Wow, Spotlight, Bremerton,
Yeah.
y'all. Right, just wow. We're keeping it.
Yeah,
We're keeping that.
we're waiting for our seafood boil.
Seafood boil. We're getting one of these right here. Oh, there it is.
Check that out.
Tiny's House of Crab seafood boil. We don't have that.
And calamari. Calamari. Because if calamari's on the menu and
We
it
have to
comes
get
in
calamari.
rings, we're getting it.
We have to get calamari.
Yeah.
Calamari steaks or no?
No, I'm not a real fan. I'm not
Not a fan. So we're gonna tell you guys how this hidden gem, Tiny's House of Crab, which has a really good rating on the thing. You can't take that with you.
No, I won't.
Okay, I'm telling that. We'll tell you guys afterwards how good
Yeah.
Tiny's House of Crabs was.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
All right.
Yep.
Peace. Hello, April.
Hi, Sean.
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay. Well, this is
Let Me the Journey.
the outro.
Yes, the end of our journey
The
in
end of our
Bremerton.
journey. This is it. This is it. You have seen some stuff,
Yeah.
and like what?
Heard some things and tasted some things.
Oh my God, we just tasted them. We literally just
We did.
tasted some things. We just finished Tiny's
Tiny's House of Crab. Woo!
after our hike.
Yeah.
So those two things go really well together.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been kind of an unusual trip because we've seen everything from a historic theater,
Yep.
which had a comedy show by both local and regional comedians.
Yes, and that was funny,
Yeah.
great,
That
and
was
and a surprise noodles. We had the surprise noodle shop.
Yeah, even though that wasn't our place for dinner,
Yep.
like it wasn't our place to showcase here on Let Me the Journey Bremerton, but still, it was totally worth it.
Yeah,
Totally worth
absolutely
it.
good stop.
Mhm.
And we did the puppet museum,
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought a puppet museum in Bremerton? But
or anywhere really.
I know I wouldn't like seek out a puppet museum, but
We now will probably seek out puppet museums.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
yeah, it was really cool.
And then our hike,
We did our 10-mile hike at the tree farm.
that was amazing.
Yep.
The sounds and the birds and really overcast day. And then we had some great seafood.
Yeah. And anyone that knows Bremerton knows that Bremerton is known for the Navy base and the shipyard. So we started you at the shipyard and we thought we'd end here. Kind of an unusual thing. It was one of the things that actually surprised me about Bremerton when I first moved here was I was driving down the road looking for a place to hike and came across this beauty. Which is an F-8 Crusader if you're not familiar with Navy planes. But it's just right here on the side
Technically,
of-
it's a shell of one, but we're not
Yes.
gonna. That's
It is.
it still looks
That's
cool.
That's just kind of how Bremerton is, like little surprises. And I guess that's probably my takeaway from this journey in Bremerton
Yeah.
is there are assumptions that we make about certain places, like places that we want to take people when they come to visit. And you're like, okay, Bremerton's known for this, this, and this. But in fact, Bremerton has all these little surprises. Just all you have to do is just get out there and look for them. Keep your eyes open. You never know.
Yeah, you got to be open. And so I think my takeaway from this as we wrap this up is that, wherever you are, there are lots of things. There's lots of places, a little hole in the wall that we went to, Tiny's House of Crabs, a hole in the wall. You find the best people and the best foods and the best moments, and you get to learn so much about where you're at when you go to these places. And so that's what we got here for Bremerton. I think we've had a long day.
Yeah.
So we're going to wrap it up. So, until next time, enjoy your journey, share your journey, and live every tiny moment exceptionally. So for Let Me the Journey, I'm Sean.
I'm April.
Till next time, guys. Peace.